welcome to Casual Gamer Oz. We are still continuing on our F1 2016 career mode in our very first season with Ben Waterworth, the epically awesome driver named after myself. As we are in Season 1, as I mentioned, we're driving for Sauber. We're moving now into the Austrian Grand Prix. A recap of the last race, though, before we do move in to the Red Bull Ring. And pretty piss-poor qualifying in Baku, dead last. Only just slightly off 21st, but it was kind of to be expected. I was actually more happy that I didn't actually end up in the wall. The race itself was a wet one, got off to a fairly decent start, made some overtakes, stayed out of trouble, but about 2.5 laps in, I lost a bit of concentration, completely outbraked myself, and smack into the wall I went. Also affected poor old Jensen Button's race in the meantime, so that was that. Another DNF for my first season. However, we're now into Austria, a circuit that I actually really do enjoy. It looks like we've got a dry qualifying at least, so let's get into it. Now this, of course, was a race that I grew up on in terms of following F1. It used to be called the A1 Ring. Discontinued in 2003, and then randomly got brought back. I believe it was 2014, I think, from memory, that it came back into the calendar, which, again, no one really sort of expected. I know Red Bull bought it and sort of upgraded it and everything along those lines, but I think it was kind of one of these ones that when it left, everyone was like, yeah, okay, see you, Austria. When it came back, people were like, oh, Austria, okay, we'll take it. But I've always been a fan of this track. It's quick, it's, I think it's like about 1:10, 1 minute 10 second circuit. It's even faster now with F1 2017 cars. It's fast, it's just a fun track. I've always enjoyed this circuit. So I'm confident that I can do well here. And right now I'm on pole position pace as of now. We've got this tricky back section which kind of always catches you out if you don't take these corners correctly. But I'm definitely battling here. Should at least get a top 10. I've got the fastest middle sector there. I'll take the purple. Now there's little old Louis. I'm currently in 5th position, which I'd be very happy with. Although we can push for my second pole. Oh, just outbrake myself slightly there into the final one. Just catch a bit of the curb. Good entry into the final straight. And I'm going to cross the line in 9th position. Okay, well, look, it's top 10. As I said, I wanted to go for that top 10, so we'll take it. It's better than 22nd in the last Grand Prix, and that should give me a few resource points too, which we can put towards upgrading this fuel tank, which I'm obviously still trying to do, and upgrade this Sauber moving into our first season here. Alrighty, so let's advance ourselves out of this one and let's go into the race. Let's fingers crossed for a dry one. Now, our dear friend Chris, our R&D man, talked to me before practice and basically was like, why the hell aren't you updating your car, you dickhead? He didn't actually say that, but he may as well. And I basically said, well, fuck you, mate. I'm going to do it when I want to. No one tells me what to do. I'm Ben Waterworth. I finished 2nd in Canada. So, on that note, let's surely be able to upgrade a little bit of the car. There's Manisha. Hi, Manisha. I like Manisha. She will be missed. So, if we go down to our fuel efficiency, yes, we can upgrade. Let's do it. Let's do it. So, as I said, I'm completely concentrating on my fuel efficiency for the moment. There goes the ERS cooling, so better cooling ensures deployment can be as effective as possible, thereby achieving greater fuel efficiency. Now, I'm doing this because it enables you to put your car in rich mode better, which means you can put more power into the engine, and coming into these power-hungry circuits such as Spa and Monza coming up, then I think that will really help the car when it comes to straight-line speed. So, I'm being strategic in that way, so we'll see how that rolls. Please be a dry race. Yes, we're going to dry race. Hello, Austria. Let's see how the grid's lined up. Let's see those Mercedes in the front row, no doubt. Or can Red Bull surprise at the home Grand Prix? The answer is yes. Whoa, Ricciardo in 2nd. Verstappen in 4th. Go, Danny Rick, you little beauty. Alrighty. That is, I think, the first time a car, besides myself, has not been on, that's been on the front row that is in a Mercedes. So there you go. Very, very interesting. We're not ignoring this. Perez, Hulkenberg, Button 13th, Grosjean, Sainz, Verline, Manners not doing too well. He was Harrianta. There he is. Gutierrez, Kvyat, Magnussen, and Felipe dead last. You're back with the Palmers. That's not a good place to be. Alright, now, we're going to try and be calm here. We're not going to be super aggressive. We're going to make sure that we try and at least get a point here today, alright? Let's be cautious, Ben. Let's get some points. We've got a podium a couple of rounds ago. Let's see what we can do here in the Red Bull Ring. We're off and racing. Fairly decent start. I'm just going to stay in the line. I'm not going to do anything overly aggressive. Vettel up there doing something very aggressive. And I'm just going to brake a little bit early to avoid some of the carnage. And as soon as I say that, somebody clips me into that first corner. And I've actually dropped a position. I've dropped back down to 10th. But this corner coming up into the hill here is a good one. It's a yellow flag. Oh, Vettel's out. Vettel is out of the race, so that means I will increase my position until I get overtaken by a Force India. Well, that will be interesting. We'll take a look at the replay of that one, no doubt, after this race. But I am being very cautious here. Also, yellow flag, didn't want to get a penalty, because we've seen some of the races in the past I've been affected by a penalty. Stupidly, of course. We know the very inconsistent penalty system that these games do have. I'm just going to rub myself wide there. The back of this Force India, I've got him here. I think I'm going to take him, and I think I can easily get a few positions here. I'm not going to get a podium this time around, but I'm confident in my little abilities as a Sauber F1 legend that, you know, I can say that, it's only my first season, that I can do this. Alright, I'm in a Force India sandwich right now. Hulk behind me, in front of me I should say, Perez behind me. Hulkenberg, one of the most misused talents in F1. I sadly feel that he's missed his boat. I know he's with Renault at the moment, but yeah, big fan of Nico Hulkenberg, and definitely feel that he's going to go in one of those nearly men categories of F1, sort of the Nick Heidfeld of modern day Formula 1. I'd say maybe a little bit better than Heidfeld, but Heidfeld got a few podiums, of course, but Hulkenberg still no podium. That's anyway. Stop talking about other things, because you know as soon as I talk about this one, I don't concentrate here. I'm just hanging on the back here to the Hulk. I'm going to put my car into rich mode on that straight when we get there. I'm not going to do it just yet. I don't want to take my concentration off. I think, whoa, you're jinxing yourself there, Ben. Just calm yourself for a second. You've got a Force India about to overtake you on the left. Oh, shite. Okay, I was going to say I think I can get ahead of Massa there, but I'm not going to get a point at the moment, because fuck you, Perez. Fuck you, Checo. Yeah, you got a pink car this year, don't you? See, on the flip side, I think Perez is slightly overrated, but anyway, okay. Boom. Rich mode is enabled. It's now or never. We're going to take both these Force Indies before this race is over. Got DRS now available to me, and I think we're going to get Perez up here into the right-hander. Keep an eye out for this, I'm going to take Sergio. Alright, Sergio, how do you like these apples? With a purple sector, if you don't mind. Sauber is on fleek at the moment. We'll whack open the DRS, and we'll catch up to the Hulk in front of us. It's always the back half of this circuit that catches me out. I'm always very good in the first half. Alright, let's make sure that we stay on track, don't run ourselves wide. It does remind me a lot of Interlagos, Austria, and I'm a big fan of Interlagos as well. So it's kind of, it's short, it's fast, it's quick, and it's definitely a circuit that is enjoyable. I highly recommend this and Interlagos for any beginners of F1 games if you ever want to sink your teeth into a fun, short circuit. Alright. We've maintained the gap to Perez, and we've just got to keep up with these guys in front of us. We obviously have got... Oh, there's Perez there. We're in 10th still. Engine mode on rich. I think that if Hulkenberg and Alonso can keep each other busy in front of us, then that will only bode well for myself. So we started 9th on the grid. We want to at least... I've not once this season, I think maybe with the exception of Australia, finished a race higher than my grid position. Just if I remember there. Whoa, Massa and Alonso and Hulk, they're all battling here. Now why don't I have DRS there? I'm within a second. Alright, let's shove one up here on the inside of the Hulk. This is an overtaking opportunity. We're going to just plant it here. Just double brake ourselves. Oh, Hulk's clipped me. I think I've got him though. I do. Oh, I pushed him into his teammate. Haha, there we go. I think we can take both Alonso and Massa here. I wonder if there's a call on the radio right now. Felipe, Fernando is faster than you. Well, maybe it's the opposite here. No, Alonso just overtook Massa. Whoa. This is tight. I'm just very short away here from losing my front wing. I'm going to plant one up the inside. This isn't really an overtaking spot because it's going to come into me like that. Oh, shite. And that's what happens. Well, and now I'm just going to be patient. And my teammate is going to hit me. I knew I was going to be patient and then fucked it up. Oh, and now I get a time penalty for my own teammate. Well, that's how you ruin a race, Ben. That is how you ruin a race. And look, to be fair, yeah, the front wing is fairly damaged, Jeff. Thank you, Captain Obvious. To be fair, I need to see a replay of that because I had the inside line there. I feel I was ahead of Felipe, to be honest. And that's Massa, not Nazar, my teammate. And I think he more so drove into me than I drove into him. Now, I wonder if he'll get a penalty. We know if it's the other way around, I would have. Clearly, I've got a penalty here for Felipe. I think I'll let my teammate through. There's no need keeping him back. I'm gonna get a penalty. I'm gonna finish behind him anyway. So, off you pop, Felipe. There we go. Hashtag fuck. Another result thrown out the window. It's been a season like that here for young Ben Waterworth. And I kind of feel that our podium in Canada might be our only saving grace at this present. And the thing is, I'm still going to disappoint the team. Well, Ricardo won at least. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. So we've got some Australian good news coming along here. I was just going to add that, what was I going to add? Yeah, the team expectation of 17th position because they qualified so high. You know, usually at least the 21st would be good enough to at least make Jeff smile. But Jeff's going to spank my bottom and say, you're a naughty boy, Ben. Yeah, disappointing effort, very disappointing, and the circuit that I generally do well in, I was a lap away from points, and I fucked that one up. So, there you go, that's Austria. I think we're in Britain next. Yeah, Jeff, shut the fuck up, bro. Let's see some replays here. So we want to see, there's Christian Horner, very happy man, Mr. Halliwell. Let's, I want to see what happened to Vettel. So let's first of all, just watch this. So, happy with that start. I ran wide there. Now I'm just going to skip ahead a few here to Vettel and just see what happened to him. Now, is it his teammate that takes him out? It is! Whoa, Kimi! You naughty little boy, Kimi Räikkönen. Took his own teammate out. Okay. So, that's all. Hulkenberg actually got ahead of me. So I was ahead of the Hulkenberg for a while. The Hulkenberg. Well, that's interesting that Kimi took out his teammate. Now, this was a good little battle here. Now, this is around about where I think I lost my position to Perez. By running wide, it was here, was it not? Getting close. Yep, there we go. I run wide. In comes Sergio. Sergio says, I will take your position. Thank you, Ben. And he does exactly that. Gets a good run on me. That's a decent move. That's what I should have done to Felipe. I should have gone around the outside and just forced his hand. And then that way. See, look, but I braked to allow Sergio through. I was a little bit less aggressive there. Now, I'm going to be intrigued to see what happens with the Felipe situation. Because again, I still feel as though I was definitely ahead of Felipe Massa. Okay, so this is where I'll take Sergio Perez back. Come on the inside, clean overtaking mover. That's how you do it. If you were Nico Rosberg, you would have shoved him off the track, but that's another story. Okay, so that's my position back. So this is me catching the Hulk. It's going around here. Sergio was very close to me there, actually. I didn't realize how close he was. Okay. So, up into this section. Now, this is where I get a good run on Nico Hulkenberg, and this is where I believe I overtake the Hulk into the inside. He doesn't see me there. Oh, banging wheels there, but that's where I push him back into his teammate. So that's Nico Hulkenberg disposed of. Now, I get a good run here at Felipe because he's battling it out with Fernando. I'm just going to watch ourselves come around this section here. And again, I'm maintaining that I was ahead of Felipe coming to the corner. I'm right on his tail. Okay, right on it. I've gone, stuff you, Felipe. I am going to take this move. Here we go. Good view of this. Good view of this. Oh, okay, maybe not. I take back. He was ahead of me. That was a balls up move. That was a bit stupid. Okay. Well, there we go. I need to take responsibility for my actions. I definitely was not. Let's go on board with Felipe here. Let's see what Felipe saw. Yeah, he didn't see anything because I was ahead of him. Sorry, he was ahead of me. Look at the mirrors right there. He did not see a thing. Bugger. All right, there we go. That's how you ruin your race. I take responsibility for that. It was another stupid move. Ricardo wins from Hamilton. Great result for Australia. Rosberg in third, Verstappen in fourth, Raikkonen in fifth, Bottas sixth, Alonso seventh, Perez, Massa and Hulkenberg ended up getting a point. Good job there. How did Perez manage to get ahead of that battle? I don't know how that works. Anyway, championship-wise, Hamilton back into the lead. Okay, it's ding-dong between those two. It's actually dead even. There it is, 169 apiece. Ricciardo up into third. Vettel's retirement was a big blow for his championship aspirations. Raikkonen, Verstappen, Perez, Bottas, Alonso, and Button. And I'm still in 11th position, so that's all right. Constructors, well, Mercedes will easily be winning that. Red Bull moves up into second. Ferrari, McLaren, Force India, Williams, Sauber, Haas. So no changes there. That's Austria. Yep, another one I've binned. At least I finished the race technically, but once again, I cannot seem to finish a race higher than my actual grid position. Thank you for watching Casual Gamer Oz. We're back for Silverstone, Britain. As always, like, subscribe, comment. Let us know how shit I am as a driver, because I would really like to know that as we continue to try and push Sauber very poorly up the grid. Thank you for your company, and we'll speak to you soon on Casual Gamer Oz.